Welcome back to Crypt Custodian. We are starting this video out at the Frosty Ridge, and this puzzle that's in front of us, we're going to see a whole bunch of these as we go along, and they're going to get a lot harder along the way. You'll have to hit the ball to make it hit the squares in order to unlock gates to progress. We of course have some new enemies, so take note of their attacks. And let's make our way up into the next room. Here we can go up or we can go left. Let's start by going to the left. Here we have another puzzle. We need to hit the ball to the left, and we'll need to run forward and hit it down, then run down and hit it left, dash across and hit it up, and that will open up a gate for spirit number 19. Before you leave this area, go to the right and down below the glowing block where we can collect jukebox disc number 14. Once you have collected both of these items in this room, we can exit to the right. Now we can head up to investigate a new room right after we defeat the enemies that are expelled from that statue. Let's cross the bridge to the right. Before we can go up, we have another puzzle. This one, we want to hit it to the right, wait for it to come back, and then hit it down. And then go down behind the glowing block to grab an upgrade point. And then we can exit upward into the next room. Here we are in what looks to be a bar, and we meet Roach. I don't know if he just is a roach or he's a roach whose name is Roach, but either way, he's going to tell us that he needs Skully to come and join the band because no one's going to show up unless the band is here. So let's exit out of here and go up, and we're greeted with another puzzle. Hit the ball left, then hit it up and let it bounce down, hit it left again and go further to the right and hit it up and let it bounce down. All the way to the left, there is a hidden platform that has the first Skully picture. Make sure that you collect that picture before we move on. Let's go up. There is an enemy here, and that one looks very similar to the first one we saw, but this one pokes out a rod that spins around. So some of them will do that attack, and some of them will have a rod that spins around its entire body. And then the ones with flowers do the same thing as the flower statues in Sculptor's Peak. They explode and shoot out fireballs and spikes. Let's go up first. We can either go right or up. We're going to go up first. Going into this next room, we have another puzzle. We're going to need to hit the ball up, and then immediately when it comes down, hit it to the right. You can hit it back up again until you can get down low enough to hit the ball to the right. Wait for it to go all the way back to the left and then hit it up, and that will open up that gate, giving us access to an upgrade point. These puzzles get more and more complicated as we go on, so you're probably better off watching what I do rather than listening to my explanation of it, but I'm still going to give you the explanation just in case. That room doesn't go anywhere, so go back into the previous room and then go to the right, and we will be greeted by a few enemies. Their attacks are getting worse and worse as we go along. This, fortunately, is a well room, so we can interact with the well and make a save, refill our lives. And from here, we want to go to the right. You'll be greeted with more enemies. Now, we can go up or we can go down. Let's go up first. Here we have another statue of enemies. So let's try to take all of these out. Those guys are they can be pretty brutal with their attack. They spit out 3 giant blobs that turn into spikes. There you see the one that spins the arm around, the rod. Let's go to the right once you're done. Do be careful of the enemy attacks. I think the spinning rod is pretty easily avoided for the most part, but it does get harder when you're surrounded by enemies. This room lets us go down or right, so we're going to head down first. It can sometimes be a little hard to keep track. So many rooms have multiple places that you can go, and you can only do one at a time, and sometimes it can be hard to remember where you've been and where you haven't. This ball here, we're going to hit it down into the gate. Wait for it to pop up and then hit it down a few times until you can hit it to the right and light up the bottom stone. And once that gate goes down, we get the quick block. This is a great upgrade because when you use your special attack, it will block incoming projectiles from hitting you. So it's very, very useful, especially with the final boss. It is super helpful. So do not forget to grab that and then exit over to the left. Here there is a path upward, and then there is a snowball sitting here. You can hit it and it will create a platform. Let's hit it in the gap and then go left. Here we have a challenge chest. Same as always, you have to kill every enemy without taking any damage. And this one is going to be a tough one. These are, in my opinion, these enemies and the metal enemies in the tower are some of the most difficult in the entire game. Once you have completed that, you are rewarded with the Super Slam upgrade. This is where when you jump up and slam the ground with your broom, you create projectiles. Let's head back to the right out of this room. Make a snow platform across. If you go up, you're back into the well room. So let's go over to the right. We're going to head up, and if you remember in that previous room there was a path that we did not take. Oh, the enemies are back. They don't stay going. Let's go over to the right into a new room. We have another puzzle. What we're going to do is hit it to the right, and then we have to hit it up or down, whichever one of those blocks is closest to where your ball is. You'll have to hit it to that one, then hit it back to the right and wait for the other block to come and hit it there. It opens up the gate. You can hit the block of ice and you'll realize that it's Crouton. And she has been locked in the ice for some reason. So we just set her free. We're going to take out the enemies. across the bridge. And in this room, we can either travel down or we can travel to the right. Both areas are new. So let's go over to the right first. Here, you need to hit the platform, hit the snowball to create a platform. I'm trying to hit it straight across, but it was giving me trouble. You cannot air dash to the other side. You have to boomerang dash. And then we have another puzzle. So we need to hit this snowball down and to the right to make the platform get as close as possible to the silver block. Before we do that, hit it up and to the right so that we can collect Skully's second photo. Make sure you do that either before or after you complete the puzzle. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you get it before we leave this area. Now hit the snowball down and to the right, and we have a platform to help us. Hit the ball to the right, stand on the platform, and then hit the ball down, and that will light up both of those bricks. You can boomerang dash across, and then we can access this next area. Take out the enemies, and then we're gonna head down. I feel like some areas are more saturated with enemies than others. Like there's a lot in the lower Weeping Wastes area, there's a lot in Sculptor's Peak, and there's a lot here. Let's go to the right for a time trial. This one, you'll have to hit the snowball in the direction of where the clock goes, and then jump to it fast enough to where the clock does not disappear. It's not very difficult. It can be annoying if you're not standing in exactly the right place. When you hit the snowball, it will hit it in a completely wrong direction. So try to keep an eye on where the arrow is pointing before hitting the snowball. As you can see, this is what, my third attempt, maybe my fourth, and most of it has to do with what position the snowball was in when I hit it. Once you finally finish that time trial, grab the upgrade point, and then we can exit to the left. Now, we have not gone down or to the left in this room, so let's head down first, where we have yet another puzzle. This one we'll have to hit it up, then head down, hit it to the left or the right, and when it's in the middle, hit it up again, run up and hit it to the left or the right. That will light up all of the boxes, and we get access to another upgrade point. You can see our haunted helper is not clear, so that means we have some enemies nearby, so be prepared for that. Let's go to the left. We're going to continue to the left into a new room. When we get here, we can go down or we can go up. Let's go up. We'll hit that switch and it brings us to a platform that has snowballs on it. I actually have not found anything at all to do here. I'm not sure if I'm just dumb and missed something, or if this is an unfinished room for some reason, but I did manage to get 100%, so I'm not really sure why that's there. Anyway, we exited down. We're going back to the right and go up on this permanent bridge, and we get Skully's final photo and the Skully's memory trophy. And poor thing, she lived in the rafters of some sort of industrial place and burned to death. Hopefully she just died of suffocation rather than actually burning. That would be awful. Let's go left into the previous room and then we'll head down, and there is a well here. We are headed into a boss fight, so go into your inventory and choose what you want to equip. Personally, I highly recommend the quick block. You'll see me in a minute. I'm going to choose bite back and then I'm going to switch it up and choose quick block instead. Bite back is really good for regular enemies, not so much for bosses, but the quick block, when the boss is throwing projectiles at you and you use your special attack, it will negate any of those attacks. I also recommend using locked on. I did not use it here. I used the fireball. Either one is fine, but for blocking you, the locked on is great for blocking you. Once you're ready, head down and we will meet the Ice Witch. She is going to have attacks come from her mouth. Using your special attack right at her mouth is good for blocking a good majority of her attacks. This one here with the balls that go around the screen is by far the worst attack in my opinion. This with the snowflakes, if you use your special attack and aim it in the direction that the snowflakes are coming from, it will negate all of them. So keep that in mind for boss rush. We got rid of her pretty quick. She's really not that difficult. But from here, we want to head down. When we enter into the next room, you're going to see an ice block, but go past it for now and go on this hidden platform to grab jukebox disc number 15. And then break the ice block. Skully was frozen in there. We get the bands back together trophy for freeing Skully from that ice block. And now she can head on back to the bar and perform. We also got our 10th friend. So now we have all the friends that we need to meet up with Grizz and infiltrate the palace. Once you get all those notifications, Skully will say a few more words and you will automatically be teleported to the little bar. And Grizz is there enjoying the show. So speak to Skully and then you can speak to Grizz. And you can also speak to Roach. Roach is very happy that Skully is back. And I guess that's little Roach's dancing. I'm not sure. Let's head back up. We don't want to go in and meet Grizz just yet over by the palace. We still have a few things left to do. So we are going to head over to the right. We are again in the well room now. Here we're going to use our teleport at the well. Let's teleport to the Ice Witch well. We are going to head down from the well through the area we fought the Ice Witch and continuing down. And down again, as we did not explore this area, we were automatically teleported. Of course, you're again greeted by enemies, so take care of them. We are headed over to the right. And this is going to take us to a room we've already been in, but it looks like there is a lock up on the top corner of it. This is Demon's Point. We can jump on this ride and ride our way up to hit a switch that lowers a gate. And that's really all we needed to do. We just had to open up a passage to that area. We can go back to the left. That's part of 100% is opening up every gate. So now we can go to the area on the left now. Here you're going to have these moving snowballs. Just take them one at a time. If you hit them all at once, a whole bunch of enemies will swarm you. So just take them one at a time. There are 2 of them that do not have, or either 2 or 3 that don't have enemies. That one has a bunch of garbage in it. And that one has an upgrade point in it. From here we can head down and we are back in Moldstone Pass. Be sure to hit that switch to lower the gate. You can save at the well if you like. And as you can see, this room has a left and a right area that we have not explored yet. So let's go right first. There is a challenge chest here. Always the same. Defeat all the enemies without taking damage. And really, this is a pretty good exercise for preparing you for boss rush mode, because you'll see it's coming in about 2 videos. You have to kill every boss at every difficulty level without taking a hit. In order to get an S+ rank, you cannot take a hit from any of them. So, needless to say, it's incredibly difficult. This helps you to get a little bit of practice. Once you defeat the challenge chest, you earn an upgrade point. And you can see we have connected this room to another that we've already been in. So let's head back left to the well room. And we'll go over to the left from here. Beware that box that shoots flames. The flames move in all directions, so it's a little more tricky than usual. Take out the enemies here just so that it's a little bit easier for us to progress. And we're going to head down. Now you can see this area going over to the right is an area that we have already explored, but the left has access to a room we haven't been in yet. So let's go left. Here we will have to boomerang dash across these platforms. It can take a little bit of practice to get it right. I just feel like it takes so long to get across, but you are making progress. You can see there is a spirit here on this ledge. This is spirit number 20, and we've earned the Gangs All Back Together trophy for freeing every spirit in the game. Once you have freed that spirit, we are going to warp over to the Weeping Wastes, and we're going to go to the well near the spirit in the jar. We can head up there and get all the final rewards for freeing the last spirits. We get Steady Flurry from the 19th spirit, and we get Mystery Shot from the 20th. Mystery Shot is the final special attack, and it basically just randomly combines 2 special attacks each time you use it, so you never really know what you're going to get. I did attempt a few boss rushes with that one, but it's too unpredictable, so I ultimately decided not to use it. It's not really good for a guide. Warp over to the Sinner's Inn, and there should be some new characters in there that we can speak to. Yeah, Dagobert is here, so you can talk to him. And you can drop off any discs that you may have found at the jukebox. And you can go visit Big Lisa and trade in your garbage for upgrade points. We are getting into the final stretch, so you might as well sell all the garbage that you can and get as many upgrade points as possible, because there is only one video left of actual gameplay before we complete 100% of the story, and then the final video will be the boss rush mode. So yeah, spend all your garbage, get all the upgrade points, and then you can leave this room and head back down to the well. Here we are going to look at what we have. We have every special attack, and we are only missing one upgrade. We also have, I have 11 upgrade points to use. You may have more or less depending on how you played your game. You can take a look at all of the upgrades that you have yet to use and make a decision on what you think would be helpful, because we are going to pretty much be going straight into a boss fight. You can use Desperate Swing or the ones that give you more help at lower health, but honestly, maybe the one with where it leaves spikes wherever you walk, that might be helpful. Let's go over to, we're going to warp over to the Weeping Wastes near where Grizz is waiting for us, and we are going to end this video here. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to hit like and subscribe. Make sure you're always notified when I come out with a new guide, and I can't wait to see everybody back here in part 14. So until then, Khajiit always has wares.